Hey everybody out there, this is Seto Kaiba, and today we are going to be profiling the scrub, the person who we will not allow in a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament because he's a scrub, Mr. Joey Wheeler's Red Eyes Black Dragon deck. Yes. All jokes aside, I really like Red Eyes. I love the different dragons from the original show, Red Eyes and Blue Eyes. But there's something I want to mention to you guys before I get into today's deck profile. At this point in time, very recently that I'm recording this video, we recently got announced the new Master Rule changes. Not Master Rule 5 technically, but the change is going to be taking effect April 1st, 2020. So when I was originally constructing this deck, I didn't know about those, but even after I looked back on the deck and I even a couple days ago started playing with the deck under the technical new master rules we're going to be getting in April, there really wasn't anything I would change. There may be one or two extra deck monsters I would play around with, but personally, I like the deck how it is. I like how it functions. There's really nothing else I would add to it. And so far, I've actually been fine with how this deck is. So personally, I would play this deck in the current Master Rules setting, and even in the updated Master Rules setting coming out in April, as is, because it actually works fine. It doesn't really affect this deck. It just means you can go for more extra deck monsters and not have to be limited to one extra deck zone. That's mainly what this deck, it allows it to do more things. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that before I get into today's profile. But let's get into Red Eyes Black Dragon deck profile. So first off, we run our 3 Red Eyes Black Dragon. He is kind of the heart and soul of the deck, so to speak. Not so much anymore because we have pretty much the Blue Eyes alternative counterpart for Blue Eyes, Red Eyes alternative Black Dragon, which is very good. But Red Eyes is still essential to some different combo plays in the deck that you would do, and I definitely find it a staple as a 3 of. I've seen people run it as a 2 of because they feel it's bricky. It kind of reminds me of the same scenario when Blue Eyes alternative came out. People just decided to run 2 Blue Eyes instead of 3 Blue Eyes. But personally, from playtesting, because you used Red Eyes Insight, and there's a bunch of other things you use for the fusion play and whatever, I like it as a 3 of in the deck, and it's been fine. And if it bricks, you can banish it to draw cards, and there's a bunch of other things you can do. Next, I run 3 Red Eyes alternative Black Dragon. So initially, when this card came out and I was playtesting it online, I thought maybe this card will brick. Maybe this card's a 1 or 2 of in the deck. When I finally got the cards in hand, I wasn't quite sure. I wasn't sold on it. I tried it out as a 3 of, and then I tried it out as a 2 of for like a week or so, just to see how it would work. And personally, at the end of the day, I like it as a 3 of in the deck. You can pitch one to use the other one if you draw both of them. It's really, really useful in the deck. I really like it. It helps you go for your level 7 Exceed plays, which is really nice. And with the new Master Rules setting coming out, this card even becomes a little bit better. Because of that reason, you can go for multiple level 7s. So overall, at the end of the day, I will say this. I like it as a 3 of in the Red Eyes deck. And can I say this also? I love the freaking artwork of this card. Like, oh my gosh, I just love the artwork. I really, really love the artwork. And I love that they made it that prismatic secret rare. Not prismatic secret rare, but that version of secret rare is probably my favorite. Next, we also run Red Eyes Black Flare Dragon. This is just another form of Red Eyes. Before alternative, we used to run this as a 2 of in the deck. Now I just like it as a 1 of. Some people don't even run it anymore, but I still like it as a 1 of in the deck because it's just useful for different combo plays that you can do. And it just counts as another Red Eyes. Let's see here. Next up, we have 3 Black Metal Dragon. Black Metal Dragon is pretty good in the deck overall. I really like this card. Now, some people don't like running gear free anymore. I personally do, and it works well with this because you can equip it, which is nice. And then you can use gear free's effect to take care of back row and whatever have you. But overall, this card's really useful because it's a searcher. The fact that it also works with Kinkabuyo, which I still run in the deck, and with the new rulings coming out, which you do got to keep that in mind, even though they're like 3 months away, 3.5 kind of, about 3 months away really, that's going to become more legit. Kinkabuyo in this deck is going to work out well because you can go, okay, I go for an Exceed play. Now I go for Kinkabuyo, bring this back, go for a Polymerization, my contact fusion into the Beast Pendulum Eyes. I get another search off. I can go do more plays. You get where this is going. And also Kinkabuyo can help out with some basic link plays as well, which is pretty nice and neat. So at the end of the day, I love this card as a 3 of in the deck. It's a staple 3 of in my opinion. And thank you, Konami, for making these hollow in the tournament packs a couple years ago. Next up, we run 2, the Blackstone of Legend. You do not need to run 3. Some people run 1 of this, and that's fine. If you want to run 1 of this card, that's fine. That works out fine. But I like it as a 2 of in the deck. It helps recycle your red eyes if you need to. And overall, it's just a nice little card. Again, this is a level 1. It works with Kinkabuyo. I know I'm going to keep saying that, but they're level 1s. You have to remember these things it works with. Next, I run 2 Red Eyes Baby Dragon. Now, I hear this a lot from a lot of Red Eyes players out there. They either say that the Red Eyes support that originally came out, like Gear Free and Baby Dragon and Fang with Chain, oh, they're not good. Their price does not dictate how good they are. Thus, I will not run them in the deck. And if that's fine. I agree. These cards are expensive. If you look at, ordering all of them, that's a lot. But I brought them back when they were cheap, when they first came out for not much money, and thus I still have the cards. Saying that, I do like the 2 Red Eyes Baby Dragon. Yes, it only does stuff on your opponent's turn, but don't forget you can ram this card into your opponent's stuff and then get the effect off. And it works out pretty well. And if you need to, you can equip the Metal Dragon and do stuff with it. Like, it's just a good card as a 2 of. 3 of is too much. Some people run this as a 1 of, and I understand why. But initially when this card came out, I didn't really like it. But then I play tested it around for a year, started to like it. New alternative Red Eyes came out, liked it even a little bit more. So I like it as a 2 of in the deck. That's just me. Next we run 3 Gear Free. This is for your Slash Dragon, and overall it works very well. So this works with Fang with Chain. This works with Slash Dragon, and this also works, if I remember correctly, because it's considered a Red Eyes monster. You can target one Red Eyes monster you control and equip that monster to it. So you can use Black Metal Dragon, equip it to Gear Free, and do things. So yeah, overall it's a very versatile card in the deck. People don't like it. I understand why. It's like a $20 card right now, which should not be a $20 card, but yes, it is there. That's what it's worth. But still, I like it in the deck because it takes care of back row and field spells and what have you. But in addition to that, it's just nice to have. And it's also because the versatility it has, being a Red Eyes monster in its name, is useful. And also being a slasher dragon target is also useful as well. So I just like it in the deck as a 3 of. Next, we run 1 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon in the deck. Amazing card. I do run, because this card is so good in the deck, I do run 1 Red Eyes Spirit. I will mention this card right here because this allows this to be reborn. So say you use this for a link play or something, or it gets destroyed. Well, and it's in graveyard, you can use Red Eyes Spirit to bring it back. So it's nice. And Red Eyes Spirit is searchable. We also run 1 Meteor Dragon Red Eyes Impact. I used to run... I ran this card initially when the cards came out. I ran this card. Then I ran, what was it? Light Pulsar. And then I'm going back to this because it just works a little bit better. But yeah, I do like this as a 1 of in the deck. This is mainly to help go for your 1 fusion monster, which is pretty dang good. It helps you just deck thin, which is Meteor Black Comet Dragon. So this helps you go with this with the Red Eyes. So, yep, that is that for all your Red Eyes cards. Other supporting cards we run in the deck, guys, is I do run 1 Tenny Spirit Vish. I can never pronounce this guy. Tenny Spirit Vishuda. Vishuda? I think I pronounced that. You guys are gonna like butcher me in the comment section. Whatever. Now, initially I ran this as a 3 of in the deck, and I really liked it as a 3 of, but I wanted to put other cards in the deck, and I did find that sometimes it could get a little bit clunky, and I mean a little bit, so I decided to cut it down to a 2 of in the deck. I was debating initially if I wanted to run this and alternative both as a 3 of. I decided this card's a little bit more bricky. Alternative can pitch itself to bring it out. You get where this is going. It's also a Red Eyes card. This this works well with the deck, and this is more of a supporting card that works well with the deck. So at the end of the day, I decided to run just 2 Tennis Spirit Vishuddha because of that reason, because this card, while it is good, it's not integral to your different plays in the deck. So I like the card in the deck, though. It's very nice to have. We also won 1 Kinkabuyo in the deck, which is very useful for the deck and how the deck functions. Overall, I do like the Kinkabuyo a lot. Like I've said, this helps you with link plays, helps you with fusions, even to some degree with the Beast Eyes Pendulum. It's overall been great to have in the deck, Kinkabuyo. Next up, we have our Red Eyes Insight. Red Eyes Insight's really good in the deck. Some people don't like it anymore for some reason. I've seen people cut this down to 1 of. I don't know why. When I was just researching the deck to just see how people were using Red Eyes Alternative initially upon building the deck when the card came out in the TCG, I was kind of surprised how many different Red Eyes builds they were. There was no one Red Eyes deck that was the same. I was just like, okay, I'll just build my own. I'll take this knowledge and build it my own way, and that's what I've done. And I definitely love 3 Red Eyes Insight because it helps search for cards, helps thin your deck, send Red Eyes to graveyards so you can reborn stuff. Just overall a great card to have. Next up, we got 2 Red Eyes Fusion. Some people hate this card still, and I agree. This card is... Can we make a different version that doesn't require me to do stuff? Now I will say this. Don't forget you can set cards. So sometimes what I've done, and this is legitimately what I've done, is I've gone for the fusion play, right? And then I'll set face down Red Eyes Baby Dragon, and then if they destroy it, I get to bring a Red Eyes out on their turn and do some shenanigans. But I do admit this card is a little bit power creeped, but I do like it as a 2 in the deck because it's your main way to go for things. Some people I have talked about have suggested Super Poly, but I mean, Super Poly does work in the deck, but at the same time, I'm going to admit, the targets weren't the targets I had for Super Poly in the deck. I was kind of like, I don't know. I would rather run this than Super Poly right now, depending upon the meta. So, I mean, you could run this and then Super Poly if you want to in the deck. I mean, that is an option. I will admit that. But right now, I'm just liking this. And you can run it as a 1 over 2 of. People float back and forth all the time, but I want to see this card usually like turn 1, and sometimes even later in the duel if my board has been cleared. It's just nice to have, but I do like it as a 2 in the deck. Some people don't like it anymore. I understand why, but there's ways you can still play it and get good usage out of it. Next we run 3 Return of the Dragon Lords. This card is still amazing in the deck. When this card came out, it didn't just help Blue Eyes, it helped out Red Eyes, and I've loved this card ever since in this deck, since this card came out years ago. Can't believe it's been almost like 4 years now since that card came out. Oh my gosh. Next we run Double Allure of Darkness. I don't like 3 of Allure in the deck because you really want your dragons and your darks in graveyard so you can do stuff, and they get some of them, like the Tenny card and whatnot, they get effects off engrave. But it's just useful if you get a brick hand. In addition to that, because we're running a lot of level 7s now, that especially our Red Eyes cards, I like the 1 Cards of the Red Stone to run in the deck. It's just nice to have. Next, I run 1 Rhoda. This is for your gear-free monster. 1 1-for-1. This is for your Red Stone and for your Black Metal Dragon. 1 Monster Reborn because it's Monster Reborn and it's Reborn stuff. Like, it's Monster Reborn. Not much more to say. You have a lot of Reborn cards for your dragons. Next we run 3 Fang with Chain. This is kind of an interruption card. I really like it in the deck. You can use it with gear free. You can use it for multiple different things. It's really useful in the deck. I like it as a 3 of at the end of the day. And lastly, I run 1 Red Eyes Spirit. Like I said, this is a searchable kind of a monster... Call of the Haunted or Back to the Front type of card, I guess you could say. And the fact that it's searchable is why I like it in the 1-of, because it allows me to bring out certain monsters, and it's just nice to have. You're sending your dragons to graveyards so much, you want to be able to reborn them back. And that's why I find that it's just good to have a lot of Reborn cards, because of how quickly this deck can thin out of Red Eyes. But yeah, that's the main deck, guys. Let us go into the extra deck. I hope you guys are enjoying the deck profile. We got our Red Eyes. We got our Joey token. because Joey's a token. Then we got our 2 Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. Yes, this is a Ghost Rare and a Ultra Rare. Yes, if you guys can't tell. Next we got Black Comet Dragon. Yeah, if you can't tell, that's, yeah. And then there's the Ultra. I've had these since I've had this deck since it originally came out with these guys. Next we have 2 Slash Dragon. 1 Beast Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Like I said, you make this using Kinkabuyo. It can just be a big beater to help beat over things, and you get a search off of it sometimes, so it's nice. Also, I'm trying out, currently, I'm not keeping this in the deck, but I'm trying out, is Dark Arm Dragon of Armageddon. I think, is that how you pronounce it? Annihilation. Dark Arm Dragon of Annihilation, which just came out as a Show and Jump promo card for us. I'm just trying it out in the deck. Next up, we're running Dragosack. Sorry about the glare there. Dragosack, Big Eye, Link Karibo, excuse me, Salamangreat Almirage, a little bit of a Nightmare Engine package, so Unicorn, Phoenix, Cerberus, and we're also running Blackluster Soldier of Chaos, which is really easy to go for in this deck. You can easily make this guy right here. He's pretty good, and you can easily go for him as well. So I do like him as a 1-of in the deck. That's all we have for the deck profile, guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I do apologize it was a little bit long. I just wanted to talk about the deck because there's a lot of fun things you can do with this deck, and there's a lot of fun ways that you can play this deck. And overall, it's a fun deck to play. Is it super competitive? No. Is it a good deck that you can have a lot of fun with? Yeah, definitely. And will it gain a little bit of boost with the new ruling changes? Yes, it will. 100% will. The ability to go for level 7s in the deck and fusions will be nice to be able to do. Yes, you can only go for the fusions really the turn and nothing else, but once you got your boards somewhat established, you can pretty much go off. And everything's pretty much searchable in the deck, which is a nice little bonus as well. But till next time, guys, take care, have fun dueling, good luck dueling. Hope you guys all enjoyed this deck profile, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody, and good luck dueling to all of you.